Good evening, everyone. My name is John Kieschnick. I'm chair of the Religious Studies Department and co-director for the Ho Center for Buddhist Studies. I'd like to begin by thanking the co-sponsors for this evening's event, the Department of Music, the Office for Religious Life, the Center for South Asia, the Center for East Asian Studies, and the Department of East Asian Languages and Cultures. This evening's event caps 3 days of celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Center for Buddhist Studies here at Stanford. And these events have included a wonderful shomyo performance in this hall yesterday, a 2-day conference on Buddhist aesthetics that included panels on illustrated manuscripts, music, monastic robes, sculpture, and painting, and included as well an exhibition on Buddhist manuscripts put together by my colleagues Paul Harrison and Michaela Ross that is still on view in the Cantor Museum here at Stanford, if you haven't seen it already. I also want to take this opportunity to thank the patrons of our center, including especially the Robert H. N. Ho Family Foundation, the Shin Yo-en Foundation, the Chow family, and many others. Their donations have made possible 20 years of undergraduate curriculum development, fellowships for graduate students, lecture series by distinguished practitioners, workshops, seminars, conferences, musical performances, and any number of activities. Without their support, Buddhist studies at Stanford would be a pale reflection of what it is today, if it existed at all. Finally, and very briefly, I want to thank the woman you've all come to see for agreeing to join us in celebration of our 20th anniversary. Choying Drolma is perhaps the world's most prominent performer of Buddhist music. And after the 2 days of our conference on Buddhist aesthetics, I'm tempted to spend the next 40 minutes delivering a lecture on the basic principles of Buddhist aesthetics. But I'm going to resist that temptation and allow her music to speak for itself. But at the same time, I think it's important to recognize that Anila's musical talent is matched by her generosity and her organizational acumen. Through her foundation, she leads a whole range of charitable activities, particularly in support of the education of girls and young women in Nepal, a topic that she speaks about with infectious enthusiasm. Anila is a person who exudes empathy and tolerance, but I am a curmudgeonly and bitter college professor who is deeply irritated by performances that are interrupted by cell phones. So I'll ask you to please check and make sure that your cell phones are off at this time. Also, we ask that you don't record this evening's events or take pictures during the performance. We have a photographer who will be taking photographs for us. The whole performance will be videotaped, and all of this will be available for you to download and see on our website. So for once, you can completely forget about your phone and enjoy the performance. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming Choying Drolma to the stage.
Good evening to all the venerables, my humble respect, and to all the dignitaries, the wonderful people from San Francisco, Stanford. Namaste. Okay, now I will try to explain a little bit about the songs. Though it is called songs, but it is not the kind of the song that we normally think of songs. So I'm sure you might have felt it is a unique meditational technique that we use in Himalayan Buddhism by uniting the mind with the sound of the mantra or the spiritual songs. Because our mind rides on a subtle energy of breath. So when we chant or recite or sing these mantras or the spiritual songs, it helps us to purify the negative energy in us and recharge us with the positive energy. And to sing these mantras and these spiritual songs in a melodious way is just a method that we use, because melody in general has an inherent ability to soothe a very disturbed mind. It is a language that we all can understand, regardless of the differences in our cultural background, the languages we speak, or places where we come from, or the different age group we belong to. Everyone can understand the language of music or the melody. Melody has the power to please the ear of divine, humans, animals, as well as, I heard these days, scientifically very much proven that even the plants, they grow more beautifully when they get to listen to music. And I believe for such reason, in monasteries or in temples, in churches, all these temples and people where people worships, they use melodies and musical instruments to perform the prayer ceremony or the rituals. And the songs, some of them that I sang just earlier, the melodies are not composed by ordinary people like us. They were all composed by the great masters from the past throughout their meditational experiences. The only difference that I have done in it, the way I present it, along with the guitars and flute. As it says nowadays, it's all about how you package it. So I try to be a little bit skillful in packaging it and presenting it. The purpose is absolutely the same, which I sincerely try to be as purely as it should be done. I'm so blessed and so fortunate that I got to learn these melodies from my late teacher, who was one of the very highly regarded Tibetan Buddhist master from Tibet, His Eminence Tulku Ugyen Rinpoche. And then at times I try to sing some modern compositions as well, but of course all spiritual songs, no tragic love songs. Because I believe that there are millions of great singers out there who can do better justice to those songs than me. And the most beautiful modern spiritual songs that I've been singing, which people have been enjoying for so long, is composed by this gentleman next to me, New Bajracharya, who is one of the most celebrated composers we have. And such an honor and fortunate, of me to have him travel along with me, with these wonderful musicians. This Gopal Rasaili, he's one of the most celebrated guitarists we have, and the flautist Raman Maharjan. So these beautiful brothers, wonderful brothers that I have the opportunity to travel along and to offer my singing to people, whoever I meet or wherever I go. I truly feel blessed that I can at least offer a moments of bliss, I would say. At this stage, I have a little bit of a confidence to claim that I can offer this. So I hope you will enjoy that moments of bliss during this time when you listen to me. Now, this next song is a feast song. Oh, no, this is a new composition. It's in Nepali, called Batua. Batua word means traveler. I wish I can translate well the whole song, but I will try to translate a few lines. It says, traveler, I am a traveler. The path is my wealth. If my heart is clean and clear, the whole world becomes a beautiful garden for me. So that's what the song says.
माटै मधुबन बटुवा हुँ बटुवा बाटै मेरो धन बटुवा हुँ बटुवा बाटै मेरो धन tare tu re soha. Om 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 tare tu re soha. 주유람마인 길고를 하솔라 다다 손자한데 집어나 가자의 뱀반대게 안세지 렌지 양지 손대벌줄 나무 구루
This last song was a song from a very profound Tibetan Buddhist practice called Chut. It was founded by a Tibetan woman from the 11th century known as Majik Labdrön. In this practice, there are so many beautiful melodies. It amazes me at times when I sing them. It is so beautiful. I wonder how did they really compose it? Normally it is performed along with a big drum and a bell. But I performed with a guitar and a flute. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a supplication prayers to all the lineage masters. During the time when I was learning these melodies from my teachers told me a story about Machig Labdin. Would you be interested to listen to it? She was a great teacher with a very skillful way of teaching. So she had many, many disciples. Among her many disciples, her son was also her disciples. So one day she decided to teach one of her sons. And to do that, she went to look out for a corpse, a dead human body. Probably in Tibet it was easy to find because the tradition of the sky burial, you know. So she found one and she put it in a sack, brought it home, you know, tied, closed. And she called her son and said, "Son, take this sack with you tonight. I would like you to make it your pillow tonight when you sleep." And when he asked what's in it, she said, "There's a dead goat in it." She didn't tell him there was a corpse in it. So as he was told that there's a dead goat, which is an animal we eat, he thought no problem. So he took that sack home and slept that night, making it his pillow. And he slept very well. The next day he came back to his mother, and mother asked him, "Did you sleep well, son?" And he said, "Yes." Then she had prepared another sack, actually, in which she actually had a dead goat in it. But when she gave it to him and said, "Here, take this sack today. There's a corpse in it. I want you to do the same thing as you did it with the previous sack. Make it your pillow tonight when you sleep." The moment when he was told there's a corpse in it, he was hesitant. But as she was not only the mother, but also the teacher, he had to obey her. So he took that sack and tried to sleep that night, but he could not sleep well. Whole night he turned around. And the next morning, he went to see his mother again, and mother asked him the same question. "Did you sleep well, son?" And he said, "No." And then she asked him, "Okay, open that sack, the sack that you were not able to sleep well with." And he opened it, and that was just a dead goat in it. Then she asked him to open the previous sack, the sack that he was able to sleep very well with. And that was the corpse. You call it corpse or corp? Corpse. Did you get it? And this reminds me of an experience almost more than 10 years ago. Back once I was in Washington, D.C., and I was performing, and then I shared the same story to the audience, and I asked, "Did you get it?" And one of the audience stood up and said, "I got it." And very excitingly, he said, "I got it." And somehow I wanted to know what he got. So I said, "What did you get?" And he said, "Well, that's pretty simple. It's just that you shouldn't trust your mother." So again, another perception. Otherwise, it is pretty simple, as every great teacher has always made very clear point of their teaching. It's all in the mind. It's not the object. So that was the story. I hope you enjoyed it. This next song is again in a Nepali song. It's always a question that comes in my mind. At times, things doesn't make sense, but yet it still takes place, especially in the form of one human harming the other human. Why? And this song asks this question. It says, we share the same sky. We share the same earth. We share the same sun. We share the same moon. We breathe the same air. We drink the same water. Yet, why still human hurts human? This is the question. And it's composed by New Vajrasattvaji.
कहीं पीडित बन्दी कोही तयार मर्न कोही तयार मार्न विडम्बना यो मानिसको कस्तो करुण कहानी तर किन हो मानिस गर्छन् मानिसकै हानि 간전하다도 옴 롤로 롤로 옴 벤저사인도
Now, this next song is again in Nepali. Actually, this is the song that made me actually a pop star in Nepal. You can imagine a Buddhist nun, image of a Buddhist nun, and suddenly becoming a pop star. Very contradictional. There were people who thought I was a very bad nun. And then there were people also thinking that, wow, she can sing well. She should sing more. But for me, my aspiration to sing these modern spiritual songs was absolutely for the reason that as when I was young, following the path of Buddha, listening to the words of wisdom of Buddha helped me so much. When I was young, I was very unhappy. I was very angry. The reason why I really became a nun wasn't really because I was very devotional towards, becoming religious or spiritual or anything like that. It was just an escape that I saw from the life that I was living, which was horrible because of the domestic violence. The gender discrimination that I experienced in my family, starting from my family into neighborhood and to the whole society, was very ugly. So since very young age, I thought getting married would be the worst thing to do in life. So the only alternative choice that I found was to become a nun, because of our cultural belief, thinking that when someone becomes a nun, it's an honor for family. And family believes that, oh, she did something good. And for me, it was for me to escape that life. And I see the same kind of experiences that in many young people in my society, my country in Nepal. We claim very proudly that we are the country where Buddha is born. But many of our youngsters are not able to really connect to the Buddha's teaching. Because of the limited language barrier, all the monasteries are limited into the monastic language, the Tibetan scripts. The normal general language that we speak is Nepali. A lot of the youngsters are very frustrated due to the modern standard of their status of life, by what kind of educational degrees, academic degrees that they hold, or what kind of gadgets, modern gadgets that they carry, or what kind of big house or family they belong to. And not everyone has that luxury. So a lot of the youngsters watching television and many other things, they think that that's where I should get. And there's a lot of pressure on that. So I thought, maybe if I can share some of these words of wisdom from Buddha, maybe I will be able to contribute a little bit into the well-being. If I tell them, please come and listen to our teacher's teaching, and they would think they're too young to go for that. So the best way was to share music, share these words of wisdom through music, and that's what I did. And very fortunately, I have been able to, up to a certain point, I think I have been able to make an impact in many youngsters' life by singing this particular song, which is conceptually, it is absolutely from Buddha's teaching, from Dhammapada, but beautifully written by one of our most beloved lyricists we have in Nepal, called Durgalal Srestaju. It says, "In the eyes of a flower, the world appears as flower. In the eyes of a thorn, the world appears as thorn. Reflection takes place according to the shape of the object." So what it is trying to say is how everything depends on how we learn to perceive things in our life. Positively perceived, positive effect. Negatively perceived, negative effect. And according to our understanding capacity, the judgment takes place. The most beautiful part of the song says, "May my heart always be pure. May my words always be words of wisdom. May the sole of my feet never kill an insect. In a beautiful eyes, the world always appears as beautiful. May I listen to the music, no, may I see the brightness of moon in the darkness of night. May I listen to the music of life, even in the driest leaves. In a pure heart, the world always appears as pure." This song starts with the line that says, "Discrimination is bad. I will renounce it by all means. But to the discriminator, I will treat with love." This is the song that is enjoyed by from very small children to very grown-up people. I hope you will enjoy it too. But this song I would like to start by him.
बैर भाव खराब हो, बैर भाव खराब हो, फाल्छु लडेर बैरीलाई हेर्छु म माया गरेर, बैरीलाई हेर्छु म माया गरेर। निर्मल मनमा खुल्छ है निर्मल संसार, काँडाको आँखामा काँडै संसार।
फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार झुकिन्छ है छाया वस्तु अनुसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार चित्त शुद्ध होस् मेरो बोली बुद्ध होस् मेरो पैतालाले किरै नमरोस् चित्त शुद्ध होस् मेरो बोली बुद्ध होस् मेरो पैतालाले किरै नमरोस् राम्रो आँखामा खुल्छ हाम्रै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार टह टह जुन देखौँ कालो रातैमा जीवन सङ्गीत सुनौँ म सुख पातैमा टह टह जुन देखौँ कालो रातैमा जीवन सङ्गीत सुनौँ म सुख पातैमा सँगलो मनमा खुल्छ है सँगै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार फुलको आँखामा फुलै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार झुकिन्छ है छाया वस्तु अनुसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार काँढाको आँखामा काँढै संसार
I'm trying to make sure that it stops at the right time, as I'm given the time. In the Western world, time is very limited. So, but the place where we come from, Nepal, we're too relaxed. And often we are actually end up becoming very lazy too, because of the too relaxed attitude. But since we are in America, we've been trying very hard to be punctual. So this is going to be last song, and I would like to invite you all to sing along with me. Would you be interested? Thank you. Because I always try to make sure that I ask the audience if they're interested. Otherwise, I once, long ago, in Germany, I performed in Munich. And after the concert, the host, the friend, was taking me back to the hotel and driving me back to the hotel. And suddenly she looked at me and said, "Ani, you should never ask German people to sing." I said, "Why?" And then she said, "Because they don't like to sing." I said, "That's not true. They all sang very beautifully." And then she said, "They're just being polite." So I hope you're not just being polite. Do you really like to sing? Thank you. As being a Buddhist nun myself, it's part of the very much culture, I should say. At times, my English is not as good as it sounds, so I have very limited vocabularies to express what I really want to say. At the end of any spiritual gathering takes place, we believe that we accumulate so much of merit, as in modern language, maybe positive energy, that has the potential to benefit all of us, including those even who are not here, if we learn to really sincerely dedicate the benefit to them as well. I was once asked by a little kid, not really kid, a little grown-up, but young friend, how is it possible to, really, be able to dedicate the benefit someone who's not with you, who you cannot physically, be in front of you? It was difficult for me to answer that because I'm not a very academic person. I always say this to people. Today, being in this highly reputed academic institute called Standford University, I feel the most least educated I feel I am here. So trying to explain some of the things in front of you is a little bit embarrassing, I think, actually, because you are all professors, great scholars, highly intellectual people. Please forgive me if I sound like talking too much. But as there is a saying in Tibetan, when the stupid speaks, the intelligent learns. So please, please, please take it that way. So I tried to think about how to answer that question. Then I suddenly thought, oh my God, yeah. Then I said, do you use email? Do you use internet? And then she said, yes. Okay. How many addresses you can put in one mailing list? She said, many. Okay, let's imagine 1,000. You create a very beautiful New Year card, wishing them the best Happy New Year, the best thing in their life. You wish them. Send them your prayers, blessings, or however you put it. All you have to do is just create one beautiful card on your computer, and then you add all the mailing addresses of the people that you want to send this, wish them the Happy New Year. All you have to do is just click the send button. and those 1,000 people receives exactly the same card as you created, only once. And I said, probably similarly, that's how when we dedicate our merit or the best wishes to all and everyone, as in Buddhist language we call all these sentient beings, including oneself. Probably that's how it works. And the little one said, oh, I see. I was so proud of myself being able to explain that. So something like that. So please, I would like to request you, when we sing together, try to dedicate the positive energy that we shared today by the power of the blessing of all the Buddhas. May this chanting, this very popularly chanted mantra we have is Om Mani Padme Hum, be able to bless us all to be free from fear. And be able to enjoy the true happiness in life. And I would like to really express my deepest gratitude to everyone who invited me here along with my musician brothers. Thank you so much. It's an honor actually to be here. Irene, Tatiana, John, everyone, my deepest gratitude to you all for having us here to celebrate 20th anniversary of the Buddhist Studies Department. And Michael, thank you so much for making us sound good in this room. Wonderful sound guy. Such a jolly guy. Thank you. Where are you? Thank you, Michael. Okay. I will sing several times myself and I will invite you to join me. So please don't hesitate to sing, because I believe everyone can sing. It's not necessary for everyone to sound like Whitney Houston or Madonna or anybody else. We can sound like us, you know, every individual has their own sound.
Om Mani
This time, please join everybody together.
Oh, mani pe me ho. 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 Oh, oh, mani pe me ho. Mani pe me ho. Oh, mani pe me ho.
A little bit more energy.
Oh, mani pe.
Great.
Oh, mani pe me ho. 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 Oh, oh, mani pe me ho. Oh, mani. Oh, mani pe me ho. Oh, mani pe me ho. Oh, mani.
More energy.
Oh, mani pe me ho. 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 Oh, mani pe me ho.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Michael? Okay, thank you. All right. One of my most favorite mantra is Ganesh Stuti. Ganesha is a deity from the Hindu tradition as well as in Buddhist, Himalayan Buddhism. Also, we worship him as one of the deities. So I don't know why, but I really like him very much. He has an elephant head, very cute. And we believe that he brings lots of auspiciousness in life and good fortune as well, which every one of us wanted, good fortune in life. So I really wish you all the auspiciousness in life and all the fortune in life. Vakrutunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samprabha Nirvignam Kurmahi Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Om Namo Shri Gajanana Shri Siddhi Vinayak Gajanana Jai Ashtavinayak Gajanana Mangalamurti Thank you.